The typical day for students will start on Schoology. Students will be expected to log on to Schoology every day before their first class begins to find the instructional materials for first period. The format for logging on to Schoology is the same as it is for logging on to school networks. The format is firstname.lastname at stu.campbell.kyschools.us, and the password is their 4-digit lunch number plus CCS. CCMS has made an effort to standardize all teachers on one format for Schoology pages. They will find 3 main links on the front page, the first being the link to the Google Meets, as well as the class's password/room nickname to get them into the correct meet with their teacher and classmates. Most classes will likely start on Google Meet each day, which may include content instruction from the teacher or the teacher giving directions to other learning resources that will be using that period. The second Schoology link will be a hyperdoc of Google Slides, which will have directions and links to the learning resources they will be utilizing outside of Schoology and Google Meet. This Google Slides presentation will be continuously updated so that each day's plans will be there and allow for students to easily access the links or products they need to use for that day. Some of the links may be to websites, readings, documents, other Google Slide presentations, teacher-created videos, other videos, or just about any resource the teacher decides to use with students. The last link will be class's core materials organized into units. This area will house some of the documents that the teachers have uploaded and linked in their Google Slides. Students will be expected to complete the day's assignments in the time allotted or finish them on their own time before school begins the next day. This may take on many forms depending on the teacher's teaching style. Sometimes this may be individual practice, reading and answering questions on their own, watching a video and completing a task, or a group project, which may involve having students Google Meet outside of class time or collaborating on some other platform. After completing the teacher's daily tasks that have been outlined on Schoology, the student may have time left over, or if not finished, may need to finish any leftover work for homework. The student will then need to move on to their second period class in Schoology at the allotted time and repeat the process. The classes they are enrolled in will appear in the Courses tab at the top of the page. They will be expected to follow the scheduled classes each day, completing work as directed by the teacher, engaging in Google Meets, and completing any homework after their class is over. Students will get a break for lunch that will occur during or after the same class they would if at school. Teachers may also give student breaks during virtual class lessons at their discretion, and teachers will give expectations for students about when and how they can take restroom breaks while in a Google Meet. We know that access to reliable internet connection is necessary for this to happen. So if you don't have access to internet, please contact our Family Resource Coordinator, Tanya Sloan, at tanya.slone@campbell.kyschools.us, or talk to an administrator so we can make other arrangements. Attendance for virtual students will mainly be based on participation, so it is even more imperative than it has been in previous years for parents and guardians to ensure that students are online for class Google Meets and completing work in a timely manner. And now the keys for student success in a virtual instruction classroom. Start by following a routine. Every day you will have the same classes, be on time, and get signed on at least 5 minutes early to each class to ensure that you have read over the directions for the day and are ready to log on to Google Meet or complete the day's assignments. Have a private study space set up for school, somewhere that's away from distractions and has all the needed materials that you will need for a typical school day. Always check Schoology for assignments, updates, upcoming work, etc. to make sure that you're not following behind. Check in with teachers often and communicate any problems or concerns. The best way to message teachers will be through Schoology, but you can also email the teacher directly. Always ask and respond to questions whenever possible. And of course, complete and submit assignments on time. This is going to be very key. By following these simple tips and tricks, all students will be able to be successful in virtual instruction. For any questions, please communicate with your classroom teachers or grade level administrator.